Sometimes it's doing like the little things in the house that makes it a lot different. So all the doors are in perfect condition. Oh, look at all the dust come out. So all the doors are in like perfect condition, except around the doors where you like hold it with your hand or where you would kick it with your foot. On the two downstairs doors especially, and one of the rooms upstairs, but all of them kind of have like a little mark, and it's driving me absolutely crazy. So I was like, right, we just need to give it a good scrub. I have realized since scrubbing them that I think most of the doors, especially this downstairs one where it was like almost black, I'm gonna have to go in and give it a light sand and another coat of varnish, or possibly just like a coat of varnish just to go over it. But you can see how much pressure I was putting in here. Like I had to put a lot of pressure in to scrub it clean. But I think there's just so many little things in the house that's just like all the big things need to be done, but in order to get the big things done I have to wait for someone else to do something and then go on to the next thing. So for example, like needing to plaster downstairs, but we actually have to knock a wall, so the wall needs to get locked, so we need to get on to the guy that's going to come and help us do that, and then we can lock the wall, fix the wall, then plaster the ceiling, plaster the walls, and then we can get onto the floors. So it's just, there's so many things that need doing, but you have to get like the timing right with it. I think we have decided to kind of do this renovation a little bit slower than we did our last one, because we kind of did it like every day, every night, every weekend. I mean, at the time it worked out that we had the house done when we decided we wanted to go to Australia for a while, but like thinking back, it was a lot of work. So this time I don't know if I'll end up going to Australia at the end of it. I don't think so. So it was more just taking our time and kind of enjoying the renovation and really thinking about what we want. Because as well, if you don't think about what you want, you end up spending a lot of money. Look how black this door was. This is out to like the outhouse. And again, one of our first jobs we were going to do was like the outhouse. And then when we got into the house, we realised, oh, XYZ needs to be done first. And we wanted to do the garden. Then we started the garden and realised that's really hard. And then the electrician was coming. And so it's just, your mind's always going to change. And I think doing it slower works out a little bit better, because you get to think about everything a lot more and decide exactly what you want to do. And yeah, in our last house we never really got to decorate, so I'm really thinking about that, because we have 3 rooms plus the outhouse, so it's going to be turned into a 4-bed house. The kitchen we're leaving for now, so that kind of takes away. Oh, that actually came up really clean. I didn't really realize at the time. I gave up because I felt like it wasn't actually doing anything, and I just started doing the upstairs. So at the moment we don't have any door handles on the doors, but because there's a hole you can stick your finger through and open the door, it's not that big of a deal. I have kept all the door handles, because not this door but all the other doors you might see in one of the next clips, they're all massive door handles. So all the doors have like holes in them, so it has 4 holes to hold the door handle, and they're just so big that I would have a door handle this size rather than this size. So I know in the video it doesn't look that big, but it's actually really big. So I don't know if we're going to try fill the holes and maybe go in with some sort of I always see girls that are like, they're like upsell like furniture and they have like the pens. Lewis says it won't work, but he's just like a perfectionist about things. So I'll look at certain things and be like, oh yeah, that's cool. Like the grout, I was like, yeah, the grout will do. And like it was like the first thing he noticed is like, oh Colleen, we're gonna have to scrape that. It's like, the fuck I am, you're gonna have to scrape that out. So I always think like things are fine, but I think when you're in like the industry of like doing like trade jobs, you notice things a lot quicker. And I think I have noticed things obviously from doing a previous renovation and now ours like a second time. I do notice things in other people's houses, but I don't notice it enough to comment, and I don't notice it to really say it to anyone else again. And in my house I wouldn't notice that much. So yeah, if you know any of the pens that are good for like the wood grain, if you know what I'm talking about, make sure and comment and let me know where you got yours, because I definitely want to give it a try, because if it doesn't work we can get big handles to cover them, but if it does work then we have more options with handles. I'm kind of thinking maybe every door to have a different handle, and I think that's why I want to be able to cover up the doors. I'd like to go to like some antique places and just get kind of cool antique doors, and just every door has its own little quirk. I think I'd really like that. So yeah, stay tuned for that, because that's going to be a whole mission, but again it's like next year. But on top of this as well, we're saving for a wedding, so it's kind of doing a bit of both. But yeah, follow along to see exactly how the doors turned out. I'll post a video about that too.